bottom, it's normally stories that come with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Vibe Black Vodka podcast.
Man, look, we back at it again, man. Every time we turn around, it's another Hummmpday happy hour tap in, man. How goes it for you this week, Carolina Dirt?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm living for the weekend. I'm ready for it to get here.
I know that's right. Man. Look, it's always dope to be back with the people, man. Look, y'all know what time it is. We own it real hard. Like it right now. Share it right now. Like, send it out to the people. Because it's going to be a super dope episode, man. You know, they always talk about representation matters and, you know, how do we get into certain parts of certain industries. Well, this one right here is a big deal, man. Let's not front, man. This is a business owner, a liquor developer. He handcrafted and is branding and branching out with Mr. Dr. Tony Reese. Let me get my lie together here. Dr. Tony Reese, how are you this evening?
I'm good, sir. How you guys doing?
Hey, man, look, it's another day in paradise for us. How about you?
Always. I'm happy to be here. Went to the bathroom by myself, not on myself.
That's a good one.
I know that's right. That's right,
one.
man. Look,
that's a good one.
Well, we're going to get into your product, man, but we do a little icebreaker here to just kind of set the mood. It's called First Call. These are 10 quick questions. I got 5. My brother got 5. Ain't no right or wrong answer, nothing like that. Just the first thing that comes to your mind.
Let's go.
All right. So, my first question would be fruits or vegetables?
Fruit.
Say again?
Fruit.
Okay.
Yes,
Top or bottom?
I lost you there. Say it again.
Top or bottom?
Top.
All right. Light or dark?
Dark.
Okay. Sunshine and sandy beaches or cool rains?
Hey, sunshine and sandy beaches.
All right. And my last question, we'll do superpower, man. You know the diaspora of superheroes and everything that they could do. What would your superhero power be?
Teleportation.
I
like teleportation, man. It's catching on here lately.
Yeah, I think a lot of people picking teleportation.
Indeed. That is my 5, brother. What you got for him?
What's favorite cereal of all time?
I'm going to have to go with Fruity Pebbles.
Okay. New York style pizza, Chicago style pizza.
New York. New York.
A regular hot dog or chili dog?
I can do a regular hot dog.
Favorite game as a child?
What's that joint? Mousetrap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I took it back.
Yeah, you did. All right. Let's hear your quickest story of the first time you got drunk.
First time. I don't remember. So then.
Well, there you go.
He has had some good drunks in between then and now.
I'll tell you what, I think I remember high school at a little teen club here in Charlotte. And I don't know, man. It just happened. That little man jumped on my back. Thought I was doing good for a minute.
What was you drinking?
He was on my shoulder.
What was you drinking?
Man, probably King Cobra.
Oh Lord.
And,
No.
And whatever, you young, you just whatever you get your hands on.
You look like you changed your life. You look clean and sophisticated right now. Don't
tried,
tell nobody you drunk King Cobra.
I tried to turn it around. It was getting me.
Yeah. All right, that was first call.
That was first caller. I know you know good liquor because you definitely know bad liquor.
Yeah, I got something to gauge it against.
Okay, so before we get into Vibe Black Vodka, I'm very excited about your product, man. But we always kind of start with some stuff going on in the news. Right. Did you hear about the preacher that got robbed for $1 million worth of jewelry on a live stream?
I did.
I find that I'm not as much disturbed about him being robbed as about how much money he had.
Yeah.
That part right there. You know, my aunt used to say back in the day, she said, some preachers and pimps shop at the same store. Same cars, same shoes, same cheap suits. You know, sometimes you just I think you're doing too much. What you doing? Where were you going and what were you doing? You know, it's a lot of questions to ask right there.
Like, it must have been somebody he really knew he was going live. Because you ever notice when somebody go live, it's somebody they know that rob them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or beat him up or embarrass him. You're right.
It was somebody close to him. You know, it always is.
He give off more rapper vibe than preacher vibe.
Thank you.
Oh, Pastor Mace.
I just thought it was odd. Like at first, I was like, "Man, who is robbing a preacher?"
Somebody who knew him.
But
somebody who knew he wasn't a real preacher.
Yep.
What preacher has $1 million worth of? I mean, there's probably quite a few that got $1 million worth of jewelry. But you wore it all at the same time?
You probably right. I just I can't do it. I can't see it. I'm good.
I'm very good, man. Like, we down here in the South, and religion, church, all of that is an institution down here. It'll be an institution for way more years. But I just never believed in the whole mega church thing, man. I have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Not that they bad, and not that the people that go to them are bad. I'm just talking about me personally. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right. As I say, they get them tax cuts, tax breaks.
So
business.
To me, it's like the group homes and assisted living.
Okay.
If people get on their ground floor and take it for what it's worth.
That's crazy, man. But
crack down on them so hard. Let me ask him something real quick before we get into the why he's here. I just want to know because our old cousin Pastor Palmer, who lives talking the tree, I don't know if it's him or T Smalls. He is Omega Psi Phi. So how was the conclave this weekend in Charlotte?
Conclave was I had to travel this weekend, but I think even from Thursday, it was packed. I had to riding downtown Charlotte. I saw a sea of purple. Yeah. I saw beautiful women. I saw a nice gentleman out there, celebrating, and I was impressed and proud at the same time. They were getting their parties on everywhere before I left the city. There was a lot going on. So, they brought a lot to the city, and they supported me. So I appreciate. They showed me a lot before they got here. Even the weekend before, they showed me a lot of love.
You ain't see nobody drinking King Cobra, did you?
No, I did.
There was at least one. It's some borderline bros out there, cause like all the bros ain't stand up, man. Come on, man.
I get that. I just didn't happen to see him. I got them in my organization. I just didn't happen to see him. I know. Hey, it's a lot of people falling down here. Getting knocked down. Gravity is undefeated. So,
Indeed.
Indeed. So a lot of people getting get knocked down. My thing is don't put yourself in that situation. No matter what it is, I don't care what it is. If you know it's bad, you got to think about it twice. It's probably not the situation you need to be into. So it's just like, I'm like I said, I'm a little older, so I'm like, nah, you can't get me like that no more.
And that's
spoken like a man that been through something.
And that's dope. You said they supported you, so
yeah,
shout out to them for doing that.
Yeah, I was on my hustle mode, and when I say they got up and came and showed me love, and just like, and I just happened to have stuff. I mean, they just before I could even show it or pitch it, they were buying bottles off my website. Just out the gate before they saw it, before anything. They said, "No, we like what you're doing. We appreciate your hustle. We're going to support, Black owned anyway." So it's just like now, and I got a product that's, premium, so they weren't going to be disappointed anyway. So,
okay.
And that's a great lead up to Vibe Black Vodka. First off, everything we do as a culture is a vibe. Yes. Everybody follows suit with everything that we do. I think a lot of times if you put black on it, I'm thinking that they're starting to sneak that black on in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. On their own stuff. But Vibe Black Vodka.
Yes.
Let's start from the beginning, Dr. Reese. Like, where do you get the idea and how do you break into such a industry that's founded like it is? Like, liquor been around for a long time. I don't think it's always been available to us.
True. I've been wanting to do something like this for a while. And so my thing was just trying to get something started. So my advice for anybody is like, just start writing stuff down, get an idea and what's going to be different about what you do and what everybody else has done. Look at your challenges and stuff like that. So I was like, I knew I wanted to do a vodka or a tequila. Like I said, I like whiskey and bourbon, but whiskey and bourbon drinkers are very particular. Not to say that other spirit brands aren't. It's just, and it's that, like we talked about earlier, it's that aging process. So I didn't want to tackle that, and I really wanted to do my own thing. And I'm not celebrity, I'm not, like I say, Jeezy got a brand, Ludacris, Kevin Hart, The Rock, Jay-Z. Geez, everybody's got a brand, and I don't have that celebrity, and Bruno Mars is in the city, pumping his brand. I'm sure he got somebody to make it, and he's the face of it, and, good for him and good for all of them. But I don't have that luxury. So, I had to make sure I was bringing a quality product to the game. So I had to make sure I had a good distiller and someone that I could work with who could see my vision. But I stumbled on to my vision. I wanted to do something, but I needed to set myself apart. I needed to kick the door. And in marketing, different is better than better. You know what I mean? And just when you get in that start. So if you can kick the door in with something, and then your product stands up to that shock and awe that you just created, then you're winning. All too often, in my experience, I see some Black organizations or create a subpar product and think we're going to support us because of that, and we can't do that. You can't expect somebody to support you for that, nor should you be able to go to them with a subpar product. What are we doing? You wouldn't treat anybody else like that. So why do we treat each other like that? So I wanted to make sure I came with something, nice and beyond average, because average is just average and okay is just that, it's okay. So as I was searching for a name to actually go with it, I saw something overseas where they had done something they made a black tequila for a party, a Halloween party or something like that. It was just a one-hit thing or something. So I started looking into that, and like I said, I did my research and found myself a nice distiller. And the first thing he said is, "What flavor do you want?" I don't want a flavor. I don't want that. That's what juice is for. That's what tonic is for. That's what all that stuff is for, in my opinion. Just because I do it different don't mean it's wrong with me. It's different. Same thing for everybody else. So when I actually found this guy who could actually do it, we went through some testing and some tasting, and we had to go through, and people always ask me why it's black, and that's our proprietary blend, or my proprietary blend, like Coca-Cola. You'll never find a recipe. It's just, a patent. It's just the blend. Because someone else copied it and created. So, and I'm sure that somebody else maybe copy what I'm, or do their best to copy what I'm doing. But it's still got to taste right. You got to have the formulation right. You got to have the process right. And, and you got to have your ratios right. So I didn't I wasn't thinking I was making history. That wasn't my intention, but come to find out I did. And yay, you know, that's my small win. I'm happy, you know, I'm proud. I've represented myself. I've represented my family, my people. And so, you know, here I am. And thanks to, you know, people like you gentlemen, this word's getting out. And we're progressing slowly but surely. Slow motion is better than no motion, but I mean, I'm doing pretty good right now. You know,
your personal preference before your vodka, what was your top 3 vodkas?
Vodka, I would do, I like Absolute because it had a little bite to it. Mm-hmm. And then a guy came to me with Tito's years ago, like 10 years ago. He said, hey, you got to try this, you got to try this. And I tried it, and there it was. And I was like, okay, so it was either one of those. And, you know, that's kind of what your options were. You know, when you go out to a place, you know, those guys have done a good job on marketing and advertising, so that's what your options were. And it wasn't, none of them gave me a bad experience, so I kind of stuck with those two. You know, I like the Kettle One.
Oh, that's my shit.
And the Grey Goose and the Belvedere. I think Kettle One and Belvedere are probably my favorites, something like that. And that's why I wanted to go for a high distillation process. So mine is 6 times distilled. You know, that is 6 times distilled, and from the level and point of Belvedere and Goose and, you know, Kettle One.
That's why I asked you, so people can understand your palate. That was the reason. It wasn't for you to advertise another company, but that's how you could tell a person's palate. And when you said Kettle One, I knew you had a good palate because a lot of people don't know about Kettle One. I'm not trying to advertise them, but if they haven't had your vodka by the names you just named, they can tell. They can almost tell what angle you're going with your vodka. That's all. That was the reason behind the question.
Right. I got you. I follow.
Yeah. So how was it when you woke up your first day of the Vibe? Like when you woke up when it was released, how was that? Was you ready? Like when you woke up, was you like, damn, day's here? The day is here.
It hadn't hit me because, and if I can tell anybody, man, celebrate your wins. I don't care how big they are, how small they are. Take a moment, pat yourself on the back, say I did that. You know, I'm hard on myself, and I know that you got to ask yourself always, what's next? Okay, that's cool. You know, pat yourself on the back and say, all right, what's next? You know, I know I got something to do. So the first day when I first got my samples, I was like, oh, that's cool. When I first saw my labels, I said, oh yeah, you know. And but when I first got my bottle in my hand, probably 2 weeks it went by, and I was standing in front of somebody and said, you got your own liquor. And I just looked at it and took a picture, and she took a picture of me. You know, and I was like, it just hadn't hit me yet. You know what I mean? And now I have to still stop and say, yo, I got my own private label spirit brand. You know, I put the work in, and, you know, and here it is. And I'll be the first one to say, it's just, it hadn't yet. You know, I heard myself the other day saying, oh, I got to get another bottle of Vibe. And now when I see my logo, it looks, I've seen it so much, it's just common for me now. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, I need a bottle of Vibe. I need a bottle of Vibe Black. I got to get this. I got to get this. And now it's part of my vocabulary. Yeah. That's when it started hitting home and say, oh, I really did this. You know, that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, you said you was in the marketing. So how important is the logo?
The logo is your brand. It's what identifies you. So whether it's a swoosh like Nike or you know, the sphere for Pepsi, you know, that blue and red sphere, it identifies you. Your logo is your identity and your brand. But then your product and the quality of your product and your persona, how you portray yourself and your brand, that's also your brand. So your logo is really important. It needs to be easily recognized and identified out the gate. And so even on my bottle even on my joint right here, you got to turn to actually see everything. Now, my next batch, I'm making my label smaller, but I wanted people to pick it up and have to interact with the bottle. It's like having a 2-sided business card. You know, they're interacting with your card. So I wanted to let it be, and you know, my distiller was like, I think it'll look better on the white label with black letters. I said, no, I need this to stand out. You know, I needed that high contrast, whether is the black. It's got to be the black against the white against the black. But the black is the thing that I'm looking for, you know. And the logo is just out the gate. Say that's it right there, not to look like anything else, but to be easily recognizable from a distance, you know. And that's how important it is. It's really your brand and your identity. So you really gotta find something that speaks about you, but more so speaks about the brand. What do you want to say? You know, how do you want to say it? You want to say it, because I'm saying it loud and proud. You know, it's Vibe, it's black. I want to say it loud and proud. This is what it is. And when you're drinking this, you know, you are definitely, you know, creating your own vibe. You know, this podcast is a vibe. You know, y'all create a mood and set a tone, and that's, you know, and that's what it is. So you want people to kind of feel you and what you're getting and what you're putting out. So that was one of the things I did with the logo. I wanted it to be sharp, I wanted it to be clean, and I wanted it to be unique. And I didn't want a symbol. I wanted words. I want like Pampers. People say, I'm gonna get Pampers. No, it's a diaper. It's a diaper. I'm gonna get a Kleenex. No, that's tissue. You know what I mean? That's it. I want Vibe to be the same way. I want the name of this vodka to be synonymous with vodka. I want people to say, I want a Vibe and tonic. I want a Vibe and soda. You know, I want a Vibe and cranberry. That's my goal, which is one of the reasons I chose the name too. It's no.
Yeah, that sounds good together though.
I appreciate it. There's no name like it. I had to think about being on the other side of the bar. I'm at my bar now at home. I had to sit on the other side of the bar and just say, when it's crowded and there's all these people around, I can't have something with multiple syllables. You know, give me a Tony Reese and this and that. Or what? You know what I mean? Give me a vibe. There's nothing with that long I sound. I need them to be able to hear that across the bar in the acoustic. So even the name and you know, I thought about every step of the way, how it looks, how it sounds, everything. That Vibe Vodka, that double V, you know, that Vibe Black Vodka, you know, that double V, the phonetics of it, you just have to, you know, it subconsciously it kind of sticks with you. So that's just kind of my background on marketing and design. I just knew what I needed to do to catch someone's attention. Although, like I said, it's about a job. It's not who you know, it's what you know. What you know will get you. I mean, who you know will get you in the door, but what you know will keep you there. Well, I got the thing that'll get me in the door to taste it, and that'll definitely keep you there. I'm so confident in it.
Hey Jay, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. He must have went out. But I was gonna tell you that's smart about the label, because when I go into a liquor store, there's a couple different types of people you see. The people that walk to a liquor store, grab something and leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually a 2-bottle buyer. I'll buy something I know, because this old white man taught me years ago. I went to the liquor store. He said, buy something you know and buy something you don't know to extend your palate. Right. So I'm the type of person that I would have grabbed your bottle, and because I couldn't see the whole thing, I would have interacted like you said. That was a smart marketing, because I do that now. Like I pick up a bottle and I turn the whole bottle, read whatever's on it, but really look at the bottle.
Yeah, I appreciate
that's smart, because that's the type of shit I do when I go to a liquor store.
I really appreciate that compliment. I try to put myself in the place of the consumer. You know, I want to put myself, I buy, you know, a lot. So when I go to get something, what am I looking for? What's my experience? You know, I do the same thing. I want to get something that I know, and I want to get something a little different. Let me try this time, so I can have a full bar and see what I got, and you know, and practice making some stuff. But it's like, you know, you got to change, you got to grow, you got to experiment, try new things, try new food, try new liquor, try new wine, beer, whatever. You know, that's life is happening while you're making plans.
Kudos to you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Still can't hear you. So Vibe, when you say it, because I feel you on that. You say you go to the bar and you be like, let me get a Vibe and cranberry, a Vibe and something. Like, I can picture, like, I'm already seeing your commercial. Like a dude just saying, let me get a Vibe or something, and he just cut his eye at a chick and she smiles and says, I like your vibe. Like, just something, I just feel like that whole vibe shit just sounds so smooth when you go, like, if you say it just right, I just feel like that marketing is dope. That vibe, like, I could see it all. Like, I'm smiling now, like I could just see how that would excite people, especially at a bar. Like, that's some cocky shit. Let me get Let me get a Vibe pineapple and cranberry. Like
yes,
that just sounds smooth.
Now, I appreciate that. I want people to say, you know, I want that black vodka. No matter what it is, I want that black vodka. I want Vibe, or I want that black vodka. You got that black vodka? You know what I mean? That's the thing. I just want, you know, I'm trying to give people what I think they're asking for. And I asked around, you know, it's that time, you know, back in the day, we could just sell and then ask. Now you got to ask and sell. Let me ask people what they want. You know, when I did my research, it's like, hey, the tequila market is saturated. There's bourbons and whiskeys everywhere.
I love that. That's my bourbon and whiskey, though. That's my thing. Yeah.
But when you look at the vodka, it's only like, you know, 4 or 5 major ones out there really, you know, making some noise. So I wanted to say there's room in here. Well, Anderson Potts said there's room in here. So, you know.
That's what we need to know as a people. We need to stop like cutting people off. Stop thinking that it's only room for you because you got the product. Like, it's 8 billion people on this planet.
Yes.
You only need your cut of 8 billion.
Yes.
So if you got 100,000 return subscribers, I don't know what else you want from anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you hope those numbers go higher than that, obviously, but once you get to 100,000, I think that product is off and running. And I'm just gonna echo because I had some audio issues, man. Like, as soon as I saw the bottle, I was like, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
Almost what it tastes like. You feel me? Like, the bottle was so elegant. It's a sexy bottle. You feel me? So I commend you on, you know, on your design, the way you trademarked it and everything, man. That's a huge deal.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. I hope that anybody if they take on any venture, there's no such thing as a shortcut. You know, there's no such thing, and everything has to be on point. You know, everything, and you got time to make it on point. Don't rush it out, but you got time. You got time to get it done. And if it's not, you know, if you're not going to make this event or this whatever, there's going to be another one that's coming around next year. You know, but this is a representation of whatever you make is a representation of you. You know what I mean? Just put something out, put the work into it. What they say, if it's worth having, is worth working for. Put the work into it. Put the effort into it. You know, don't shortchange people. You know, you're trying to get something out to the public, and they will let you know. You know, they will definitely let you know. But let me go back. I love the commercial idea you had. I've been making my little videos and stuff. You know, I make my commercial. I'm trying to tell a story with each one, and each story, you know, is an advertisement in itself. But once I put them all together, you know, they're each going to lead up to something is my goal. But I'm trying to use, you know, I like the old school music, the old school vibe. You know, it's just something that we all recognize, whether it's younger people, because everything is sampled now anyway. So whether it's younger people or whether it's people.
Conversation.
Hey, his sound keep going out. I think his sound went out again.
Mine?
Oh, there you go. It's a small delay. Go ahead.
So yeah, just I want to, you know, I've been in the design and business and stuff for so long, and making advertisements and magazines and billboards, and you know, everything that you see, it's just not nowadays, but it was just like always a white person in the ad, always a white person here and always a white person there, you know. And then somebody, you know, I've heard they say, you don't mind putting black people in your stuff? No, I want to put real people in my stuff. There's black people in this world too. Black people use toothpaste. Black people eat cereal. Black people drink. You know, we go to bars, we go to restaurants or something. And I want to, you know, we come in all shapes and sizes. We all don't like the same stuff. We're not a monolithic people. We're all different. So, you know, I want to show us in different environments, different shapes and sizes in any advertisement I put out, in any video I make, because we're not all models. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, we're not models. Who has the time to sit there and take a bunch of pictures of themselves and do this and do that? I can't. I just want to show real people the way I see them, and because I see myself in them. You know, and I want to show the music that resonates with everybody. I mean, have the music that resonates with everybody and tell a story that everybody can relate to. You know, I want to meet people where they are. You know, we gotta You know, like you guys, you're meeting people where they are. You talk to me. I want you to feel comfortable. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna, and that's it. And it's like that's where I am. And I wanna. And if I see where my market is, I'm coming to you. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm trying to make this the hottest vodka on the planet. And if I don't say those words, then I won't believe that. I gotta. It's power in words. And just anybody. You can do whatever you want to do as long as you're willing to take the risk and put the effort into it, And in order to do something you've never done, you got to become somebody you've never been. So I got to leave something. I got to, if you holding something, you got to let that joint go in order to grab something else. You can't hold it and think you're going to grab something else. You really got to make some changes, and make some sacrifices in order to get where you want to get and do what you want to do. And I was passionate about making this vodka. I really was. I spend every dime and do. At least I'll know and say I tried. I really tried. And so I made a plan. And I think with anybody, the best advice I can get is make a plan. Stack your deck, make a plan, practice, set it up, study it, because that's going to be the less likelihood that you're going to fail. Failing is okay, but let's make it the less likely that you're going to fail. Let's prepare everything you can possibly prepare. If you want to make a tequila, know what your competition is, know what they're doing, know where they are, I know how they got started, know the processes, know all this different stuff. Figure out what it takes, and is that something that you really want to do? Go out there and find something. If you don't drink tequila, find somebody that drinks tequila. Let them taste it for you. You don't know. You don't know everything. I do not know everything, and I like to put smarter people around me who are better at some of the things I do than I do. I want somebody to be there to say, nah, that might not work. I don't want negative people. I want somebody to challenge me, to make me think. I want to allow yourself the opportunity to be wrong. So if you are wrong, you can go and be right. You can learn to be right. If you sit there stuck on one thing and one belief, just saying this is right and this is the way it is, you won't bend, you won't do anything. And what you're going to do if you find out you're wrong the whole time, allow yourself the opportunity to be wrong. So who knows, you may be right, and then you're validated. But if you find out that you're wrong, then you can make those changes and adjust and move forward. Now you got some momentum. Now you got some traction. And I think that's important just, for us, Black people as men, just people, period. This is something that we have to do.
I had another dope commercial idea for you.
What you got?
I got all white party. All white party. A black dude shows up in a black tux. A sophisticated, smooth cut tux.
Right.
The waitress come up to him, whoever comes, said, she come with the vodka, the white vodka. He was like, that ain't my vibe. I need that black vibe.
I like that.
And it's a black chick that's a bartender too. She's the other waitress on the other side of the room. Right. And she walk up on them and they leave together.
I like that. You got some. You're a creative individual. I see that.
You can't hear you again. His audio keep going out. Hey Jay, your audio went out again. But no, I mean, it's like you say. It's like it's a vibe. So it's just like you always feel like you got to be smooth.
Yeah,
to a certain extent. And the way you look right now, you got your little chest out and all that. I just feel like when you grabbed the bottle earlier. Like I could see that as a commercial, like a dude sitting behind the bar, bartending his chest out a little bit, and he grab a bottle. Or the other thing is, dude come to the bar, order vodka, and he buy the bartender a drink, and the bartender drinks that instead of what the dude's buying.
That's what I'm talking about. Say, no, I'll take this one, and that's what we want to do. We want to create that vibe. We want to create that mood. I want to create that mood. I want to create that feeling. I want to create that vibe. I want everybody to feel like they belong in there. And this is for everybody. I know who my primary target audience may be, but I mean my entire audience is everyone. I want somebody to say, I want that. This is smooth. This is different. It's got that wow factor. But then when you taste it, it's like, this is really good. I've been fortunate enough to have every review. Every person has tasted it, and I can say with confidence, every person that's told me that they tasted it knowing who I am, knowing I don't need yes man, I need you to help me be better. And they said that it's like, oh, this is the smoothest vodka I've ever had. This is dope, and this is this, and, you know, and I'm, you know, I'm to the point now where I'm moving into Mecklenburg County in Charlotte, and they, you know, I'm selling here very well, but I'm selling online, of course. So I've had sales in Oregon and Washington State, and California. Texas has shown me a lot of love. DC has shown me a lot of love. You know, South Carolina, Atlanta, and so, you know, everybody, man. It's just, you know, I love it.
Is it here in Columbia, South Carolina?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
okay.
Yet. So anybody right now can go online and order and have it delivered to their door.
Okay.
But we are my team, and just a group of awesome people. We are hitting the bars, hitting the restaurants, doing the tastings, and also submitting and getting registered in every state. So the bars and restaurants and carried in every state. So once we're registered in each state, in these controlled states, like North Carolina, like Alabama, once we're registered in these controlled states, then we can go to the bars and restaurants. Because I had to become a broker also. So I have my own brokerage based off of this alcohol with my distributor. And we can then legally can go in and say, hey, try this. Can you taste this and see what you think? Would you purchase it? And it says, is there an ABC store here? Absolutely it is. I'll give you a shot. I'll buy a case of it. And that's kind of how the process goes. And you move on to the next bar or to the next restaurant, you know, or something like that. And typically, you know, it's a Tuesday or Wednesday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, have to go in and get it done and, you know, make that sacrifice and, hey, could you mind tasting this? And, you know, sometimes people say, no, they don't have time, or come back on this day and come back on that day. That's okay. Just write it down. You know, my bartender made out a spreadsheet, and she said, I got this side of the city, you got this side, and they got this side. And it's just good people willing to help and willing to put in the work as if it's their company. You know, not asking me for anything, but just being there. And I can't tell them how much I appreciate it, you know?
Yeah, Chrissy, she told us about you, and as soon as she said it, she's like, there's a black guy up here, he got his own vodka. And as soon as she said that, I started looking you up. And there's a guy named Ryan, he has the Bars Open podcast. And he told us about Chrissy. So I'm definitely going to tell you about him, because he's in Rock Hill. He goes to different distilleries, bars, festivals. He goes to everything, and he has a drinking podcast, but it's mostly focused on the alcohols and the beers.
Okay.
His is all audio, but he's a very good dude. He does a great podcast. He's a connoisseur of different liquors, so he definitely will give you the truth. He's been on our platform twice, and me and him talk, and we talk about some of the same liquors in the same way. So I know he'll give you a good opinion of your vodka.
I love it, man. I love it.
And we'll get you on the show. He's a dope dude. But you are very interesting. Just your demeanor. Your demeanor is like a vibe. You're laid back. So I want to know, how was the taste testing when you gave it out to other folks? How was that taste testing? Were you still just on some, it is what it is, I know my product's good, or were you like, you were a little wavery?
No, I know it's good. You know, I'm not a bragging type person. I think humility and being humble are some things that we all need to practice. You know what I mean? And but I know my product is good. I don't care. I've been in places and said, hey, here's my card. You know, would you mind following me on Instagram? I have this new vodka out. It's black, blah blah blah. And like somebody, even the Omegas were in town. They, you know, some of the first guys, they like, hey, you got some with you? I said, I got some in the trunk of my car. They said, you want? I have it in the back of my Jeep. They said, let's taste it. Absolutely. I said, I'm so confident it's hot and it's in the back of my Jeep. And I said, but we can go chase some right now. And when I with confidence, I know I got a good product. I know it's smooth. I know it's black. I know it's smooth. I'm proud of it. I'm so confident. And they were drinking it hot out the trunk of my car and still bought it and still were trying to, we network so much. I need you to give me a call next week. I need you to give me this. I need you to give me this. We need to start doing this. That's the kind of reaction I've been getting. I've been very fortunate. And, you know, and I didn't get here by myself. You know, I do have a great distiller, a great distributor who makes sure that I'm learning a lot of the processes and how to get the alcohol in different states and different things. Looking at how can I roll this out and how can I get this into a particular place, and what's the best way? Or there's can I get a distribution deal with this store and this store?
So the question is, what's the price point on the bottles, and how do we get a hold of it?
So in the ABC stores here in North Carolina, the price point is $37.99. Now online, if you buy online, it's going to be $44. Now everybody knows $44.95, I believe. But everybody knows that they're killing us on shipping. Everything is slow right now, and this. So here's the hook right here. If you go to our website and you go to buy it, we have a deal with UPS where if you buy one bottle, shipping is the bottle's $44, shipping is $33. It makes no sense. It's like, but you buy two bottles, you get free shipping. So I tell people, I say, hey, go in with somebody. If it was you and I doing it, it lets me and you go in, I shoot you that cash app, then you demo you the money, when you get the bottles, send it to me. And so that was a good thing. So I think that right there was a way for me to go and actually be able to get the liquor to everybody. But anybody can get it anywhere. My distributor has a license to actually ship it out and do all that. So
All right, man. I got another commercial. So you say you got the Jeep, right?
Yep.
So I'm thinking to sample back seat of my Jeep. I swing an episode and it's a bottle back there.
Yeah, you got the LL is nice, right?
Yeah. I think if you get somebody to replay it or get the sample of it, and that'd be the back seat of my Jeep. I swing an episode and you got the bottle back there. I don't know. Sometimes my brain just.
No, man. Everything. I need to be writing all this down, but it's just. But that's the thing. You're thinking of stuff that. I knew who that was right off. Yeah, it's LL. I knew who that was right off. So it's like, we are in a point now. It's our time. It's really our time.
I believe that I was watching something on Kevin Hart today, and he was just talking. He was like, "There's so much room out for everybody. Why not?"
Yeah,
just why not?
Everybody, you have an opportunity. Man, it's so much information now on the internet where you can go and find out how to do something, take a quick class, take a quick course, educate yourself on so many different things. And it's like, why are you doing something? I can spend, I don't know how much time sitting on my couch thumbing through something, trying to find something to watch. And that whole time, I could have been doing the class. I could have been doing a tutorial. I could have been doing something else to better myself. I could have been practicing another language or something like that. So it's just like, while you're doing something, do nothing. While you're doing nothing, while you're doing nothing, do something. While you have that free time or while you have that moment, why not jump on it and do something else? Oh, so one thing I did forget to mention, that Mecklenburg County just bought the rest of my pallet that I had in my distributor.
Oh, wow.
So I started off, thank you, man, I appreciate it. So I started off with one pallet and started doing all my marketing and all this stuff, and sales were going really well. I met with ABC up here. They thought it was a great idea. They wanted to get it in stores. Our goal was to get it in stores before the Omega Sci-Fi Conclave, and we weren't able to. It's just the logistics, and things are hard. But anyway, it's here. So right now, if someone goes on the site, you can only pre-order right now. I won't have anything in, again, my new batch in until probably a couple of weeks. So I just ordered my new labels, or making sure that they're right. I'm looking at coming out with, getting some mini bottles to get those out, let people sample it more as I make my rounds and hit some of these festivals. But, I'm very fortunate and blessed, and thank you to Charlotte and Mecklenburg County for actually doing that, making that move for me. So I didn't expect to run out this fast, because normally, we keep track of our inventory. When it gets so low, we go ahead and reorder, because there's a shortage on glass, there's a shortage on bottles, there's a shortage on corks, and all these things that come into play. So I try to make sure I stay ahead of the game. And so does my distributor and my distiller both. So, it's time to order. You need to do this. You want to change anything? You want to do anything? No, this is perfect. This is what it is. Let's keep it rolling. But when they bought everything out, hey, that's what they I was like, okay. So now People go on, they can only pre-order, but I promise it's worth the wait. Promise.
Yeah. Said Black James Bond official vodka. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Yeah. The other problem I've had, because you mentioned Tito's, right? And you said you had Tito's 10 years ago. So I always tell people, I remember Tito's 10 years ago. And then Tito's hit this wave where everybody wanted Tito's. Yep. And I feel like the quality went down because they had to mass produce so much. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like that may be a problem? Like, do you want to get that big where you're having production problems, or do you want to keep it to a certain level and just maintain it?
I want to. It's funny you say that because I just closed that. Somebody came to me and asked me what I sell my company. So no, I'm not doing that. And they said, well, what's your production like? Can you make enough? If I wanted this much, I am never going to go out there and try to lessen the quality of my product by trying to mass produce it. You know, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. And if we have to expand or figure out what we need to do to, you know, share our formula, to share our formula and then do a non-disclosure or non-compete with another distiller or whatever we have to do, I have to look at the legality of all that stuff, whatever that is, to keep that quality to what this is. You know, this is what got me this far, the quality of this. And if I start changing anything, if the color gets lighter, if the color gets too dark, if my labels aren't having that same pop, this is what works. If people are telling me this is what's working, so I am not going to change it. I'm not going to put a poor quality product out there. That's my brand. That's my name. I'm representing myself, and I'm representing all of us now. Yeah. You know, I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, yeah, some guy came out of Black Vodka, but it was all right at first, but nah, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's a premium quality product, and that's always going to be premium.
And that's one reason, like I said, I've always been a Kettle One fan ever since that white dude told me about that. So you talking over 20 years, I've always just been a Kettle One fan because I just always felt like Kettle One maintained its quality. True, I wasn't buying it every week, but whenever I bought it, it just maintained that quality. I just felt like Tito fell off just a little bit because once it hit the club, Tito was running. I think everybody I seen kind of liquor store had Tito's in their hand.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's respectful what you just said about you don't want the quality to go down, regardless.
The quality is much better than quantity. And if I start falling short, well, you know, you can still have it everywhere. You just won't have as much everywhere. You know, we just know we have to produce, you know, another batch, and then as soon as that was done, we would produce another instead of just trying to mass produce everything. Like I said, I started with one pallet, and now I'm on my way to try to get 2 or 3 more. You know, that was the advice I was given to say, hey, you want to keep 3 on hand because this is going to start to happen. You know, another state is going to want to do this, or another, you know, it's just everybody's coming from every direction, and I am going to listen to everything everybody has to say. Because like my aunt used to say, a broken clock is right twice a day. Somebody is going to tell you something that you haven't heard, or somebody who probably you may not think is the most intelligent person going to sit here and tell you something. He's going to drop a gem. You know what I mean? So it's no harm in listening to people. It's no harm. Like I said, be humble. Don't act like you know everything because you do not. You haven't thought of everything just yet. So, you know, be open and willing to learn.
All right, so real quick.
What up?
Who would you want as your spokesman? Any famous person, any relatives? Like, who would you want as your spokesperson? We'll say famous person so people can relate. Who would you like to see sponsor, like be your spokesperson?
No, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm an Anderson .Paak fan.
You said that's the second time you done said his name.
I'm an Anderson .Paak fan. That's a talented individual, man. I love his work. I love what he does. But when I think about it, man, it's just like I see Anthony Hamilton with this. You know what I mean? I see Rico Barrino with this. I see, you know, I'm looking at people like that who really love music, like Calvin Richardson, like people who love music, love R&B, love night, you know, like real hip hop. Not saying what's out there is not real, but you know, classic hip hop style, real lyricism. I see somebody like that. So I don't think about it like an Anthony Hamilton or something like that. Is, you know, it's a hook for me. You know what I mean? Or Idris Elba or somebody like that. That's a hook for me. You know what I mean? It's somebody like that. I see a strong, proud African American man. who did something they weren't expected to do. And I'm saying the same thing. The same thing about me. I did something that nobody expected me to do. I did the design. I did all the stuff. I got my awards. I got my recognition. I did all that stuff. But this is now my new passion. You know what I mean? And I'll pull out all the stops to make this right. And to do the best I can to keep it moving, keep it popping, and make sure I'm giving the people exactly what they want. I'm never gonna skimp, and I'm not gonna put a product down and you're not gonna ever see me again. I'm trying to be at all the events. I'm trying to be at all these things and show my face and create a job or something here and there. Things when things progress. And create some jobs and opportunities and show some other individuals they can do the same thing I did, follow the same path I did, and create something.
You've said a lot, and it was a lot of passion, knowledge, tradition. You are the vibe.
I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it.
You are the vibe, but you're giving it to other people to enjoy.
I appreciate that. I want people to know, man, they got this. You can do whatever you want to do. Just be passionate about it, and and when it gets hard, that's when it gets fun. That's that stuff right there that makes you stronger. What they say, walk it off. Barriers gonna come. You're gonna hit those roadblocks and all those things. But if you come in this path, I'm somebody you can look at and reach out to and say, yo, I want to do this, but where do I start? Like you said, there's enough room for all of us out here. Why would I say, no, this is mine? Don't, you can't. Now, I'm not going to share how to make it black, but I will share the process with you and give you some ideas and help you get along the way to get you where, in the direction you need to be. If I don't do that, I'm doing my community a disservice.
I'm the type of person, I appreciate just networking.
Yeah.
I truly appreciate networking. But check this out. So we got this thing called Time Capsule.
Okay.
Time Capsule. We do Time Capsule right before we head out. So Time Capsule, we'll do your 5 favorite comedy movies.
Let's see. Comedy movie, definitely Friday. Hollywood Shuffle with Robin Townsend.
Oh, wow.
Dinky Dogs. Yeah, that's my joint right there. Trying to think another comedy. It's tough. I like Airplane when that joint came out.
Oh, wow.
Any of them Beverly Hills Cop, Eddie
Murphy's
trendsetter. You know what I mean? He did his thing, and let's see, a 5th one. I don't know how people felt about it, but I was digging Barbershop. I like what Ice Cube did. I really like what he did.
Cedric made it for me. Like Cedric did the movie. Like the movie was serious. Because if you think about it, you walk to a barbershop, just as much as laughter is serious because it's current news. So I think how they outlined it was dope and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to the last. Let me. I done lost a train of thought, but we're going into the last call. So basically, with the last call, you just state however you feel, whatever's on your mind, you can say, you can curse out, you can encourage, you can do whatever you want. Just the last call. So the bartender saying, y'all got y'all vibe, now take it somewhere else.
I like that. Man, just I would tell people to find the purpose. Find your purpose and chase it. Just find something to be passionate about, find a purpose, and develop and go for it. If you ever sat there and you had a feeling like it's more to it than this, it's something more out there for me, figure out what it is. It's just, that's your thing that you want to have the passion for, that you want to share. That's your gift. I think we're all given a gift, and I think that is your gift. And don't squander it. leave this joint, with no regrets. Live hard, y'all. Live hard. This is your own. It's not a dress rehearsal. This is the show, baby. So get out here and go for it, and really have a passion about what you do, and be proud of yourself. Really be proud of yourself, and know that you deserve what you get, and you get what you deserve. So you dictate how you'll be treated. You dictate, how people see you, how people feel about you. You're in charge of that. So, take that away. So set your standards high, set your expectations high, and that's what you'll get. Don't let nobody's opinion, don't live up to somebody's opinion. You set the tone, you set the opinion, and you kill them with kindness. Kill them with success and kill them with kindness. And it's the last thing I gotta say, man, is you guys, Broadbelt Speaks, Chrissy, everybody, man, it's just like I'm grateful. I am so grateful to all the people, Pat Cannon, Sonny Cunningham, Benita Williams, Eric Hall, AZ, all the people who have been so helpful and ask me for anything, to say, what can I do for you? It's always says, what can I do for you? And I am humbled and just like so grateful, and thank you. And to you, gentlemen, thank you so much.
All right. Now that could be a good spokesman too. The rapper AZ, he a suave, debonair guy. He got a good vibe.
And he got the bars, don't he? Slept on for a long time. He got the bars.
But that'd be a good person for you though, because it's swag. But on my last call, when we get out, when I log, let's stay on for a quick second after I end this.
Okay.
But for my final call, I just want to tell everybody, as I always say, network. We met this gentleman through another network, and it's amazing how it's connections. It's connection, man. Don't be afraid to shake somebody's hand.
That's right.
Don't be afraid to speak up. Take a chance. There's been a lot of times I didn't want to send an invite to a guest, or was doubting myself sending the invite, and I thought about it. And it goes with your drink. I am a vibe. Me and my brother are a vibe. This show's a vibe. Whether that person say no or yes, we still a vibe. Our hashtag actually is "This is our vibe." That's one of our hashtags. So I appreciate you coming on. I definitely want to have you back, because we do encourage entrepreneurship, and especially Black entrepreneurship. So we've had 10 or 12 business owners themselves.
Okay.
And they all have a similar story to you. You can't knock us just because we're Black. You can't say it's not a good idea. You can't say you've heard that before. Mine is different because it's mine. I think for myself. I work for myself. I'm achieved for myself. So I think you coming to the table with some other entrepreneurs, I think it'll be a dope conversation. But I truly appreciate you coming on. Definitely gonna have you back. If I don't send you an invite and you say you want to come back, we're gonna get you back on the show. It doesn't matter. I come up there sometimes. I do ride up there sometimes. So maybe I can find your bottle next time I'm up that way.
Yeah, definitely look me up, please.
Yeah, and once again, the guy's name is Ryan. The Bar's Open podcast. I get you his stuff when we log off. Great guy. He'll help you get the word out too.
Okay.
But this has been the bottom of the bottle. We try to do a lot in an hour, and I think we're getting better at this, man. My brother's audio went out, so he couldn't be there. But I took the reins because it's a vibe. There's nothing forced. We just having conversation. Once again, be blessed, stay blessed, continue to be blessed, and we'll see y'all next time. It's the Hummmpday Happy Hour Tap In with the bottom of the bottle, Dr. Reese.
Sir. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.